NaVi right now 6 out of the last 7 against top tier opposition on Overpeams. They're about to get a reality check. NaVi on the T side is the one thing that could give 00Nation a bit of a bump, and they're going to need it.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to, potentially end up hurting so much about Ancient being as close as it was. It felt like it was going to be one of these required maps. I think if 00Nation wanted to win, at least in my eyes, they had to do it in 3, and Overpass should be safe for NaVi. So this is a pretty tall task ahead of 00Nation now. Slow comm walk for NaVi. They've got the bomb over at the T ramp as well, but able to stay mobile here. Dumau finds the opener. NaVi were never that dedicated to the A anyway. This bomb was ready to go B. The util starts to rain in. Double nade back in the spawn to try and bring the planter out of the round, and that could be big considering 00Nation currently lead 5-3.
Oh no, he went back. He pulled out, waited for the nades, and then they came as he went for the plant. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, if you're pulling out just to dip back in. Woo, hang on, MPL. Whoa. 3 out of 5 in the round.
Yeah, you want to make your crew joke, or you want to see the 1v5? Not today.
Got nipple to look at. Damn right.
Yeah, that's a nice pistol round. I mean, NaVi realized it, right? That's because they got the site for free, because they had all that room. You guess, like, okay, they must be throwing nades. Unfortunately, they actually just threw them a little late, which was right on time. So, like wizards.
Yeah.
Never
the
early,
nades arrived precisely when they were supposed to.
Yeah. Or when they needed to.
On that big motorbike with Hagrid. Well, let's see who's going to be the 8-foot man on the server in a round like this. Tech9's pulled out.
Great bushy beard.
That was really good.
Yeah, thanks.
Well done. I didn't take you for like as an impressionist.
I can do a few things.
Ooh.
A few things. Not many, but a few.
That's good. Harry Potter to Hot Fuzz as well.
Yeah. My favorite. Not linked at all. NaVi, this is an ugly buy, really, because, well, they've got Simple on the AK, which is beautiful. Tech9s, T-side overpass, should be a shredding.
Ooh. Latto with the cross-stitch shredder there, getting you into 5 chunks. Dumau trying his hand as well. Does get 1 onto Perfecto, and the numbers are thinned down to just 3. There's actually a bit of a push going on out of the monster as well. The MP9's revving up. He's caught whiff. He wants to see if he can farm a little bit of cashola. But Bit's there. Oh, he's behind the washing machine. Spin cycle action, Hugo.
I didn't see him. Straight to the tumble drive a bit. Warm and ready to go is next with 2 more, and that's the round. Nicely done. The AK doesn't get the trade. In fact, it arms their opponents. NaVi now have to take a breather. And you understand the force buy, even despite the lack of bomb plant. Those CT sides on Overpass can build very quickly and really waterfall. So NaVi try to stop it before it can get comfortable. But now, now 00Nation, they're poised for a good half.
That's what we need to see as well, right? I know you hinted at it, but the fact that NaVi start T-side, if you can get the ball rolling, really show your strengths. Get those quads out, do a bit of sprint in, lead yourself into an advantageous half. You could run away with things.
NPL is the Sanji right now. He dropped an AK last round. He's done it again. He's got $50, boys, just to get bit a rifle. It's an expensive investment. And to me, it screams that NaVi want to like do a B rush next round. Maybe they buy Mac 10, or even if it's just D armor. But someone, in fact, a couple of players are going to be left lacking. They need to find results, because without them, you're again just doubling the amount of AKs your opponent has. Double Deegs and connector. Bit wins a huge fight, and Simple also has armor. You'll notice. I wonder why. Gimme. NaVi have planned for this.
Hoovered up the AK. Strapped, ready for another fight. Bit of a reshuffle, like a house of cards, as they focus themselves back round towards toilets. Close in position. Again, man, these MP9s, you get up close, it can always get a bit iffy. Okay,
yeah.
Even from a distance. Backhand there onto Perfecto, he's gone. And they're just barreling up towards the site now.
Send it. coldzera, though, he's the guy I trust, the guy who must. Gets a quick kill. Simple with a trade. It's electronic as well. Rather, 2 rifles reap the rewards. And QZ wins his, and they get off the plant in time. Simple's desperately trying to force this kill, but he can't get it, leaving the captain in the clutch. Oh, it had to happen for 00Nation. NaVi are happy with that round. I mean, obviously they're not. They wanted more, but 2 kills in a plant, you know, that set them up at least for this rifle round. NaVi never really took an eco. That's one way to look at it. They always had a way to fight for the round.
It's like that Forrest quote, you know? Always got money for P250, always got money for AK.
There you go. That's all we need. MP9s are the difference maker. Simple's got the AWP.
Yeah, Simple with that AWP. Well, that's what the bomb plant has helped them to field. And so now they might look all the better for it. NQZ's got his on the other side. Ooh, but the first kill is found by Electronic. Bit of spam and a nade goes a long way.
Jiggle me again.
He's a bit of a beast at the monster side, is Electronic. And with the form he's in right now, I don't know if I want to face him there anytime soon. Next learns about it the hard way, and now NQZ scoped up with this AWP on short, waiting for someone to cross into his line of fire. coldzera moving out is dealt with by MPL down in corner. Now they chase the AWP as well. Lovely reaction out of NaVi. They turn 00Nation's little info gathering mission against them. And they've used this to extend the advantage into the 5-on-2.
Sure, they had those missed smokes on MPL, which, you know, Xertion wasn't loving last map, but I think he's actually played a really good series so far. Was reliable in that last map, and even there, plays his role perfectly, doesn't overface, hits that wallbang on the AWP, and that was such info for Electronic to chase down the kill, plus it slowed the AWP down on the retreat. So NaVi have bled kills out of B, and now they go up connector, and this is all being heard, right? 00Nation know they've lost the round. They're just going to look to save their guns on lower. NaVi sprint in and get that stick. 5 alive so far. That's not a bad round.
Keep it clean. Keep it clinical. Don't let anything start to slip away in the last few moments. Same could be said, of course, for the CTs now as well, just saving on the bottom of B. NaVi shifting their way back around, keeping their eyes open just in case there is an opportunity to punish. Won't overextend too far, so it should be a bit of a stalemate here as NaVi will pick up their first round on the T side.
Wondering where Perfecto's gun is. He'll find one. There it is. He didn't want to save the double AWP. M4 there. Oh, Simple don't, please.
Oh,
Out of ammo, thank goodness. dumau. The wide swing is too much, but it's not the end of the world. And they might find one more. No. Hey, you keep something. Latto gets his gun out, and now NaVi on the board.
Yeah, it didn't take long for them to arrive on the scene, right? And it leaves quite an impression from the get-go. Already 00Nation maybe fearful about trying to push and prod some of the extremities down towards B, right? The results went wholeheartedly against them there. This is where NaVi need to try and build, right? They can get on the board early in a very meaningful way if they win this follow-up round. 00Nation might have to buy, but it's missing a good few of the bells and whistles. There's no AWP, limited util as well, so they're having a bit more scarce with that. And if dumau dies over here at mid, that's one of the only players with nades falling out of the gate, so he kind of needs to succeed. He represents a big investment for the CT side, and he's getting cleared all the way around the world. dumau dead, and that full belt of util never even gets used in a round where you had severe limitations coming in. Stuff like that really matters. Latto trying to leave, drops this smoke, and Bit will miss the timing as a result. So he's done well to get out, but it's like another way of looking at it. That was the one smoke that you had, and it had to go down defensively just to keep a 4v5. Still with 45 seconds left and nothing to really slow down a play other than this molly on NQZ. This is a really good spot for NaVi to be in.
Info play out for latto. He's seen the shadow. Lines up onto the head as well. So Perfecto's been punished, bit with the battle back, but NQZ, man's going off with the famous, just the one frag, and coldzera. He's warmed up, he's hot and heavy. We saw it in the previous map, but right now he kind of is the last line of defense towards A. Problem is the bomb's on the back a bit and it is scurrying far away.
Oh my God, that's a crazy rotate to make, and he's actually going to get the plant. If he just sticks it straight up, he's won the round, or at least set them up to do so. 2v2, they are low. 00Nation, very good odds in this retake, but they've got no kit and they've got no nades. NaVi looking to find the right fights, and you can see how timid 00Nation are as well. They're clearing CT. They don't have the clock for this. NaVi still looking for kills. They can isolate it now. They know it's coming from both CT. Forget that kit. It is not part of the equation.
It's cold on the ground. And this round could be going the same way as well. NPL ready for the first phase. Zero walks into him and there's nothing more to be done. Even if you find the frags, it won't amount to anything. NaVi with 2.
Beautiful rotate for Bit, man. There were seconds on that one, and he was 10 health or 20 health when he did it. So very risky mid-round move, but he makes it. He slips the net, and he gets that plant that wins NaVi another gun round.
Timing on it as well, man. Like, even the shots from heaven, it was just so close.
It's just such a bold play to make. You would never expect it if you're 00Nation. It's not like they really even make a mistake there, because they couldn't really even go forward to chase and grab that kit, because then they'd have to flank Con, and that's, again, a very dangerous way to play that retake, because you are on the clock and your opponent can play as passive as they want. They'll hear you running down and they'll just hold you. Unfortunate stuff. Now just pistols. I've actually never seen this boost, I don't think. That's a really cool angle. You're obviously very riskily open to the wide peak, but in terms of getting party damage off, especially with the silencer, hey, it's cool. Have you seen this one, Harry? Look at this. He's peeking party. Like, that's normal, but that angle's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice, tidy little ang, isn't it?
It's just high risk. It's a good eco strat. But, I mean, he's going to get headshot. Yeah, it's simple.
I wonder if they know there's another guy.
No, he's just really
Maybe
tall.
latto is just 9 feet. Of course, that would make one player model only 4.5 foot tall.
Latto adultman, you know, he's just 3 kids in a trench coat.
Loves business.
Yeah, business factory, off to it right now.
Oh, yeah, always working at the business factory.
Long day at work. Ooh, and they're both free. So 3 is it for NaVi.
There you go. This is par for the course, and that's why this first rifle round that was, or sorry, the first and I guess then subsequent rifle round to follow was so important, right? Like chaining them together in that fashion right out of the gate for NaVi mattered a lot. You know, it's put the 00Nation squad on this back foot, and this pressure never really goes away as a CT, right? You need to chain a couple of clean rounds together to fully alleviate it. So that's what it looks like from Simple's POV over towards the connector. But yeah, so like that's the big worry, right? Is 00Nation, if this becomes a bit of a downward spiral, say they lose this round, okay, they're eco again. It's going to start to suck very, very quickly, right? So they've got to hold on, and that deep peak for NQZ, maybe a bit of misinfo. He thinks he cleared mid. In reality, Bit was super far up on the left-hand side, and so it's throwing all the mental timings off. The kind of mental image that NQZ has of the map is a bit of a lie, really. In his mind, they're not up short yet, but they're right here.
He doesn't know how good of a reposition that was going long, but now they're kind of trapped out on an island. Flash is getting flung at them. NaVi encroaching quickly. Simple might be dead, though. That's a massive kill because it gives them the long control. If they want to re-aggress, that would help, but NaVi, either way, are grouping back down on B. dumau's rotate isn't a worry yet because he should go back when they realize, and yeah, he's just stuck in heaven. NaVi have gone quiet. That's the call. And so 00Nation are ready for a B hit. Oh,
FAMAS. God damn, he's going famous with the FAMAS. That's what you want to see. So 4 versus 3. The molly's been dashed out as well. burning a bit of time off the clock, wasting the push. They can't go up short, debating now where they actually want to take this. They're scurrying back up through connector. You've got the two-player set up on toilets. The AWP's watching it. He dives around the corner. Has he done his trigger? Not the tree. Misses with the trigger, but latto at least tries to claw it back. Scratches his way through the first. Dives towards the truck. Holding with support from Cold. On the re-peek, it's too little, too late. NPL hits the head. 2v2 now. The flank from dumau. Again, the Famous not going big this time. Solid gold, but not bold enough. All on coldzera. M4 in his hands. Knows he's got to speed this one up a bit. Looking for the peak. They dash out the molly to waste the time. Try and secure the round. He's pushing in, but he's taken so much damage. Sees the first in toilets, and this is just a mind game. Waste the time. Lure him in, and then finish him off in the trap.
Ooh, if only he had the ammo. He's got to chase this kill, but the round's already won, and he didn't realize. coldzera gone. That's a beautiful post plant for NaVi. Both their post plants, you know, their 2v2s or 2v1s have been really clean. The molly comes in, you could argue early, but as long as no one faces, coldzera's time is completely wasted, and he can't just sit on default. It actually forces him to hunt the kill, which just puts him further away from the bomb, and with no kit, there was no way. So lovely round out of NaVi. Again, these late rotations. That was a 3v4 when they lose a guy at B and they just go back up con and they trade out really nicely. So yeah, you're seeing why it's NaVi's map pick right now. Winning some very difficult rounds and making them look easy. And that's the hallmark of, well, the favorite in this series. dumau's going to throw a nade on the door, but latto will get burnt out. There it goes. Flash maybe to follow. Yes, it comes in, but MPL can back up. That's a nice shot for Cole, but here are the trades, and they're going to come in quickly and swiftly. It was the same thing. NaVi. Oh, simple. Yeah, I don't know how he wins that one, but you'll take it. This like wolf pack right now, just in connector in a lot of these gun rounds. NaVi are trading out really, really nicely. And they've already won their T side, to be honest. They've already done the bare minimum. Exactly what they need.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it just kind of becomes a question of, like, how long can they keep this streak up, right? You know, I think this is like the stranglehold, right? You're in the tailspin right now if you're 00Nation. You kind of only have a handful of chances to put a stop to it in any meaningful way from this point onwards. Because, you know, even if this continues like this for only one more go-around, and when I say this, the thing I'm talking about is like the kind of 2-for-1 nature of how these rounds are going to feel. Even if that happens, say, once more, right? And then 00Nation win every single subsequent round. It's like, well, put 2 more onto this tally, you got 7 rounds on the half. That's already like more than enough if you're NaVi. That's a great T side by my book, and you know, so I think for 00Nation, it's like, for my money, this needs to be the round where they stop it, where they regain a bit of control. And it's scary because you've got to do it once, and then guess what? You've got to do it all over again, and you've got to hope that one of them is clean along the way. So it's a pretty big ask right now for 00Nation. Boost up, nice way to try and find the 5v4. Good timing for it as well, right? Bringing out a little gimmick, pick up the early advantage, run away, content with your untradeable kill. And now NaVi may be feeling the pressure. They're going to try and reclaim a frag with Perfecto etching a path out through the short side. Both players spotted, but neither of them were ready to fight. And that's one that you're kind of thankful for if you're 00Nation. Get to hold on to this advantage.
Look, smoke on A. latto, he's a post-plant player right now. He is not going to play into this one at all. It's up to the AWP on the site. Oh, latto activating. He has good timing, but Perfecto's might be better. And this is why I said he was post-plant. Oh, the timings of these ones are so close. Perfecto is surely favored. He's going to get cleared, though. It looks like latto patiently waiting. Perfecto yet to walk past. And neither of them know. Finally, it's given up, but latto closed the angle, and that's it. All the better for him. NQZ hits a shot on the site. latto with a lovely flank. The Orbs found a double, and the backstab is trouble. NaVi don't know it. They're boxed in a cage, and that's 25 to life. 4 rounds now. Lovely play out of latto. If he moved any earlier, that round falls apart. NaVi have no reason to be worried, though.
Yeah, that's a feel-good moment, right? You had full control from the get-go. You found that man advantage. You had the rotates well-timed back up into the A play. It felt very comfortable there for 00Nation. Sure, there were a couple of moments that were kind of make or break in the round, but you felt like you had good control over that one. And so it's a nice return to form, and it's even prompted a response from NaVi. Blade's getting involved now, trying to cook up a bit of a remedy to this problem. You know, because while going into that round, you know, we're talking about the importance of 00Nation starting to find their footing, starting to course correct and get NaVi out of this power position. On the flip side, NaVi recognized the spot they were just in. They want to get back there if they still can, and right now that's achievable.
This is shocking on the other stream. Liquid are not there yet, but they're about to be 2-0'd, boys. They're about to be 2-0'd and eliminated. This is a single elim, and Liquid only just got through this last group of EPL as well, so that is kind of mind-blowing to imagine. Sure, it took them the last chance stage, but losing to Pain in a regional battle, a team that plays out in North America, even though Liquid are more often found in EU these days. Upsets galore.
Yeah, there's some LATAM lunacy going down at EPL today, and I'm living for it. It's exciting to see, especially with this game, giving us a couple of signs of life. Just like Harry was saying, though, you can't just have those one-off flashy rounds. It's all about sustainability. They've got to be repeatable. They've got to be something you can do again and again to get yourself in the course of the game and firmly keep yourself there. A bit of a different setup this time. Gravitating outside of B, with Bit being a bit of a nuisance maker towards long as well. Baits out the AWP shot to get the info.
I rip on him when he's having a bad game, so I must acknowledge MPL, as I did earlier, 14-7. Fantastic work right now for the young player in playoffs as well. Sure, not the hardest opponent by any means that NaVi are going to have to take on in this run, but it's a damn good start. Let's see if they can keep it going. 5v5. Perfecto very low with the AWP now. He's going to be popping players out monster. Electronic. Oh, those are good flashes. He has faith in them. And even though he takes some leg shots, he gets out scot-free. Simple will die, trying to go up B short in the same time. And so NaVi will reroute. And again, it's on latto.
Electronic is out of this round. He's so far removed. He's going to play into it far later, but so much now hinges on these openers, and NaVi don't make a dent. latto locks it in from the long side, and the rotate from NQZ once again is well timed on that AWP, right? He's kind of in this swing role, having to be the guy pivoting between the sites with the big green, but he's making it work right now. And so this is a feel-good moment if you're 00Nation. Feeling like you're finding the rhythm of the game again. You're starting to shut down some of these quintessential NaVi rounds, right? That one kind of don't get more NaVi than that. You know, you had the initial look in from Electronic out through Monster, selling the lurk down towards B with a fast com rotate back into the A play. That is a very, you know, stereotypical NaVi T-side round. They've run that one before, and 00Nation were able to stop it coming in. latto even taking some liberties now, getting aggressive all the way through middle.
I love it.
Last time they did this, NaVi were ready for it. They clearly have the idea that 00Nation like this mid-pressure. And with NQZ forced back and away off the angle, this could start to spiral, right? That split up these fights into 2 separate 1v1s. Simple should not be ready for dumau, and so that's an easy execution, but he can't hold the line versus Electronic. We're into the 2v2 now.
But they just keep getting shifted ahead of where NaVi expect. Look, he's not going to clear it. There was meant to be no one here. coldzera and a cubby. And now in a 2-on-1, Perfecto, he's just left through the smoke. How deep does Perfecto go in this pre-plant? 2 1v1s optioned, and Perfecto goes hunting. He finds coldzera. Should not know where next is coming from. He's so late on this rotate. It might actually help Perfecto get that plant. And he makes a ballsy call to go for short side. He doesn't expect the flank. And now he's onto the money. 1v1. Nades, kit, but it's all about the kill. Perfecto needs to be pinpoint and patient. That he is.
See, there's util on next, but he doesn't want to use it. He doesn't want to give away his position. The only thing he has is the element of surprise, so he's going to try and swing long, and he will close it out. Nails that shot onto Perfecto and stops him in his tracks midway through a clutch attempt. Wasn't going to be easy. Never had the info to play with. But a good read on the situation, doing his due diligence and clearing out the other available post plants ahead of time. It serves him well. Now 00Nation sit up in the lead. I do think it's important to recognize, though, NaVi didn't bring a lot with them into this round, right? This was pistols. This was a hero AK in play, I think. And that's the extent of it. So getting it to a 1v1, you know, sure, 00Nation win it, but it's this idea, it's this pressure that's still applied to the CT side, the knowledge that if they even have one misstep, one round goes the other way, they're broke all over again. So NaVi might not have won in the short game, but the long game plan is definitely there.
Yeah. Keep it tender. Ooh, the nade with the spam, but it's all a bait for the AWP. coldzera missed shot. And PL goes back for more. 00Nation play a safer setup. A is looking good for NaVi. The AWP is still down lower, so it's going to get completely avoided in this gun round. 00Nation have had good A setups, though. Most of the time they've been trading out. And this is going to be a pretty fruitless round until NaVi go for this A hit. MPL has no reason to peek into this boost, really. Oh, he's going to go for it, though. Looks to clear short. I mean, they were there earlier. He wanted that fake out. Now the bomb's going down. Simple. Very dangerous play as well. Throwing in a heaven smoke. This is not going to be as much of a fake. 00Nation still have this short info, and NaVi now known as they go back up towards A.
Funneling their way.
What? Latto, hello? Oh, the man's got a gatto and he's put it in the mouth of Electronic, rips his head clean off. The 4 versus 3, clap back from Perfecto with a wall bang, and now it's down to just 2 of them. They're not standing down. coldzera with 2, all on bit, 6 seconds on the clock.
Oh my god, that was a mess for NaVi. That was a total mess. It's like, we had some of those rounds in the first map where someone gets loads of space, they call the bomb back, but then they die before it gets there, and you just kind of screw your bomb planter. That's super awkward. And this shot, to begin it all, that should have never connected for Latto. What? A little bit of luck goes a long way with a feisty flick, and coldzera again, the commendable anchor that has been holding down this match for 00Nation. I mean, he top fragged last map. He beat NaVi in kills as well. It didn't matter. But this time it may. I'm not sure. 7-5, and NaVi buy an AK again, because as Harry said, they've been trying to keep this money ripe. And it is right there on the edge of reset.
That's what's so tempting about it, right? Like, you know you're keeping this pressure applied, but you're running out of rounds to realize the potential to kind of unleash that energy that you've built up.
This is the goal for NaVi, right? Lose this, obviously not lose this round, but lose this round.
All right, guys, we're going to lose this round.
No, but you play under the assumption that you lose, right? So you can calculate your buys, and if you win, you always buy. So lose this round, do damage, keep it up, right? Get minimum 2 kills, get 3 kills preferably. Then you buy, you win it, and then they're broke for 15. So you actually go 8-7, and that's a really good half. That's the goal. How will it fare?
Oh, Cold, the timing on that nade pull. It betrays him. Next has got to hold the line now. 2 kills in the round. Molly over towards short. Going to force Perfecto out into the open. And so Next sets the dumau up for that frag. There is another man out the monster side, but teeing himself up with a flash. That was meant to be the kill that brings him in. Instead, dumau is the one to do it. But it's looking good. A recovered B hold from an awkward timing to open up their interaction with NaVi. coldzera just caught out in the open with the smoke pulled. Luckily enough, it's next and dumau to respond. And I think it's important that dumau gets a couple of confidence building rounds in here. You know, he was kind of the quiet man on Ancient. didn't start finding some form towards the end towards the end of the game, and by then it felt like it was too little, too late. Well, he has an important role to play here in this B hold, and he was a big part of it.
Yeah, this is an excellent CT side. Even though there is that little demon in the back of your brain saying that NaVi is still going to go 8-7 here, this has been a really good game for 00Nation. We even have production in the fan cams as well. Hello, boys. Of course, a crowd here in a couple of days. A few locals popping in for some Counter-Strike. See you there, perhaps?
Right, so you just said that this is like a good CT side. I think actually we're at the point where the verdict on that gets made.
For sure.
Right? It's like, if you were at breaking point throughout the whole first half and you're constantly on the edge, but you never get broken critically, right? You never have like the full potential of this first half realized by your opponent, then yeah, this is a banging CT side.
I mean,
if they 10-5 this from being 5-3 down and at breaking point the whole time, that's phenomenal for 00Nation.
I more mean, I agree with everything there. I more mean like not just great CT side numbers, but like the way they've been winning these rounds, and the rounds that they have won have been very impressive. So, just overall, keeping NaVi on their toes, keeping them competitive all map. That's easier said than done on a home map for NaVi. Boost up, that was a ding through the wall. And this is, sorry, just one more. This is what NaVi have been waiting all half for. This has to be their best little pocket strat, their best play. It's got to be now.
Well, there we go. Electronic starts it, revving his engine in towards Monster, muddles up the first man. He keeps on pushing as well, dancing around the pole, waiting for the peek in. Bypasses the first, flick onto the head, but latto and dumau, they work together in quick succession, but it's not going to be success in the round overall. The Galil will get gory as we're dropped down to just 2.
Lots of nades, that's the one benefit, but an AWP here, it's not pretty, and they realize as well that NaVi have been punching at the bag that is their money all half. So yeah, I love this call for 00Nation. This is a really good save in a near impossible retake. So this is at least going to mean that NaVi's damage won't be as impactful as they would have wanted because they get away with these guns. And latto should be able to drop over as well. So all in all, this is an even game, but NaVi will be getting out with a good T side whether you like it or not.
Terrorists win.
Lovely way to find it as well, right? Like talking about when 00Nation kind of started to turn things around, I said like, yeah, it feels great because you repelled like a quintessential NaVi round with like Electronic trying to entry out Monster and then lurking back in a way. That was when 00Nation got their like first of the 5-round streak on the board. But that round there, NaVi go back to one of the things they do best, which is just getting Electronic involved over towards Monster. I think he's got a real just kind of uncanny ability for these B entries, man. He feels so comfortable there. He's set up by his team. Perfecto's flashing him in, and he just kind of lets himself run loose. He says, Electronic, go kill. All right, boss, I got that.
Oh, he got that. Liquid, they got an attempt at a comeback into overtime to avoid elimination, paying 1 round away from knocking Liquid out of the tournament entirely here in this single elim playoffs. Pressure is on. That's on the B stream. You know where to find it. Let's kill count. Simple's at 5, boys. 5. He's bottom of the server, and he had a good ancient. Now, that will change in the second half. No doubt in my mind. But it's still worth noting. NaVi looking for that 7, and the buy better than you could have asked for, considering this double save on 0-0. And again, the same play, because it has been working. These monster setups have been a way in for NaVi. They got the nade kill with Electronic spraying 1 round. He's popped through last round. You see he has, Perfecto has a bunch of nades as well. HE's dropped over, so he's going to start lining them up. And you spray with the nade for extra damage. Not that one, but he will probably with the second. Yeah, it's got them again. I mean, what do you expect? There's the same setup that they ran earlier. You get naded once, you get naded twice. Kind of surprising the next falls for that one. And now Perfecto's so free to fake.
Yeah, he's really trying to sell this. coldzera up close, can hear him jumping around, and he will isolate the fight. You know, I think once you see someone doing that over towards B, you assume that's the fake and that's not the real hit. And there's latto holding the line, doing all he can. NQZ missed the chance at the opener, but responds well, closing it out with a double and sealing the deal on a 9-6 first half of play from 00Nation.
Struggle, I survived top 5, now I'm going with the win. Hey, I'm going in. Right here, right now was a whole lot better than the place I've been. Man, I gotta be stronger, wiser, better than I was before. Gotta stay on guard, and I know that's hard, cause I don't know what's in store. Maybe I'll go where to, don't know. But when I'm back against the wall, I'll be good. Now with my back against the wall, see I never fall. One of the greatest stories that's never ever told. Man, I'm different, I've been gifted, but sometimes I be tripping inside of my mental. It happens in an instant. Man, I'm striving for freedom. I get hate from the hecklers, good thing I don't need them. It's just me and the ones that I came with all of my homies around. I promise that I can't miss. Climbing up high, never look down below. Gotta get the prize, telling the knows. The pain temporary, man, I never been scary. Just a little apprehensive, but I've been fine before. Struggle is part of the process, it's hard to digest, but let me digress. And maybe I'll press on to the next journey. I've been yelling for some help, and I know that they heard it. Rock solid all times, and I'm down 10 toes for the ones that deserve it to earn it. Sunshine through the blinds of my life feels straight, but I know I'm for sure not perfect. Patience, hustle, got everything off the muscle. Pain, love, those are the things that I juggle. Hey, go win. Through the pain and the struggle, I survived top 5, now I'm going with the win. Hey, I'm going in. Right here, right now was a whole lot better than the place I've been.
Making magic when they need it most.
Back in the building, ready for the continuation here on Overpass. What started off
as a game that potentially looked like NaVi were going to run away with things in a magical T-side fashion results in actually a 9-6 half that could build the story of a second map comeback for 00Nation.
Any more upset fans? Sound the alarm. Pain Gaming have eliminated Team Liquid, and now 00Nation look to claw us back to a third map. It was a solid defense, but this is where it gets very hard, apparently.
Ooh.
Gets very hard
Sorry,
for everyone
Hugo,
involved.
I held your mute button down.
That's fine. I'll forgive
I
you.
was just getting tired of hearing you talk, right?
Oh, well, I'm going to
Latto.
talk on. Simple, by the way. He had 5 kills at the half. Let's keep that in the back of our minds. He takes the first.
Simple 5-kill Andy coming in to the second half of play. Already up on a 6, so moving in the right direction.
Upwards. And
That's
onwards.
addition.
+1.
Can the man do a little bit of subtraction with the silence pistol, though? As we can see, the T-side train, wheels in motion, making their move up towards toilets.
Yeah, going into this man down, though, it's going to be hard, right? Making some contact over towards long. I think, if anything, you kind of hope they fight you here and give you a way to find the 4v4. You're not going to get a lot of contact, and instead, NaVi, their protocol is to take the bathrooms away now that they've seen numbers at long. So dumau, yeah, with him dead, this is rough now. 3v5 as they move in.
Consistently adding to his tally, proving Hugo's point. Ooh, takes a dink though, knocks the confidence slightly, but Electronics there to fight back and get a bit nasty. Tags are coming in, Simple still trying his luck, swing after swing. NPL with the head, and that's the round done. A simple pistol.
How do you ever expect to get through that setup? I mean, you have 2 in toilets, 1 a truck, and then 1 a dumpster, and they're all fighting you, and you have no util. Yeah, they're going to get split in pieces, Harry.
Yeah, I mean, I got to say, though, it's another example. Like, the NaVi CT sides have looked super mobile, and I think a lot of that is coming from just having great protocols and responses to things. As soon as they got the info that they saw 3 players fighting long, right? And they're like, oh, well, there's 4 alive, 3 along. We'll roll the dice on the one man fighting us toilets, like, and it's such good real estate to have, especially when you factored in that 00Nation didn't have smokes to like ease that cross into the site. Electronic, enjoy the free kill, bud. Okay, it's a little more labored than I thought it would have been, but it's all well and good because he even gets a second.
Making it rain.
Oh, okay.
Can't blame Simple for that one. You know, he did nothing. Simple did nothing wrong in that round. I will apologize for him. That's a nice shot for Next, and he's got 2 as well.
Okay, here we go. The energy's coming back. They're starting to make the round look achievable. This is exciting to see. 60 seconds on the clock. We still got those 2 deadly deagles and the scavenged M4 now for Next. He's had 2 frags. How many more can he get his hands on?
And how curious will NaVi find themselves? MPL is getting screamed at, probably like, they're coming, bro. They're coming. Perfecto drops in. Electronic plays his timings in middle. Assures his team that they will have a fight soon enough. No flash through the smoke. If he commits here with the MP9, he might die, but oh, this is a good tuck for MPL. He's going to let them come his way. He gets shadow advantage as well. Here they come, 1 by 1, and they just get the easy frag. Wow, they made that very clean. Perfecto too low to have any say in this round, and it's up to the captain to finish what he started with an ace.
Oh, through the smoke, but end of the line.
Big force.
00Nation with the 4-spy victory. Some wind in their sails, perhaps. Quite the way to respond. Not an easy task either, not on T-side Overpass. It's one of the harder forces to pull up and win.
Yeah, we saw NaVi. Think about this, right? In their first half, they had those Tech 9s and the AK. Back-to-back rounds, they had an AK. They still couldn't win it. So that's just such a huge double kill for Next. And they play it perfectly. Super tight spacing out B and just closing it out.
Simple is just always armed.
Yeah, they find a way.
Yeah. Given the best gun in the arsenal. See if he can just annihilate anyone that comes in front of him.
I mean, this is like the ultimate test of the grind set theory, you know, if you think about it. Because Electronics prioritized putting a gun in Simple's hands, but Zeus would never back in the day, right? This would be Simple on a deagle. So he would have to earn his way into having a gun in the round. Now, he used to be pretty damn good back then. So, let's see. Is it the right play to have given him the M4?
Well, doesn't matter because they're saving.
Yeah, they are. It's the A play. We'll never find out. We'll never get answers. And 00Nation, the one thing they're locking in, guaranteed at least, is 11 rounds.
Bada bing, bada boom. This is crazy good. This is, I know we have a lot of gun rounds to play, but NaVi have a lot of gun rounds to win.
I mean, dude, one thing I'm going to say as well is that, like, you know, say NaVi do pick this up with their first buy round and things go the way that maybe they should in this series and NaVi come out with a victory. Or I say this series, this map, I think specifically.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, if that happens, I actually think it's going to be kind of heartbreaking for 00Nation. This is like a very, very close series. The full 30 rounds required in map 1, pushing NaVi to the very limits and only losing out right at the close. It was neck and neck all the way to the end over there. And now here on Overpass, giving them a run for their money as well, at bare minimum. This is genuinely impressive out of 00Nation and the boys. And this is all with like commanding performances from coldzera. Now in this map, I think you're getting the rest of the gang switching on even more.
Yeah, no weak players key as well, right? Because dumau was losing a lot of important fights on Ancient, and you could feel his lack of presence in the server. We don't have that now. He's looking solid. Latto was doing the Lord's work on the A site towards toilets on CT, and QZ hitting his orb shots. Next, want them to force buy here. We're in a really good place right now for 00Nation, and I don't want to, you know, tell porcupines, is that what they call them, or porcupines about the future, but Mirage is no guarantee, right? It's a classic cold map, and also it's one that NaVi have struggled on and kind of avoided playing for a little bit. That could be to their benefit, but...
All right, the boost early.
Free
Gonna
kill.
try and get the monster fight for Simple.
Free kill. Free...
Get away from him!
Unlucky.
He saw Latto for a moment, but only
pissed.
a couple of tags on the tippy toes and now creeping in, trying to pressure him, trying to deal with the man he tagged earlier. But Latto's gone all the way back in a spawn. This is a great play to just keep them at range, keep the pistols away from you, and take fights on your own terms.
He's trying to beat them to the punch on this rotate, and he actually might. But that being said, they could still come B, and they're walking down connector right now with Latto and Spawn. So NaVi again might be saving. Oh dearie me. These are the easiest couple of rounds 00Nation have ever played. Just patience. Simple's running down.
Perfecto with a 5-7 as well. The fairy tale, but it won't be a fairy tale finish for him. Instead, he's punished, but Simple on the M4, peeks up on top. Oh, okay. coldzera. Man's got the AK, and he doesn't miss. Electronic tucked into the corner. The double take from next, but it still works.
I love that. I love a double take check. You know, you already don't think it's clear, but at least you go back for more. And coldzera just boshing Simple there.
That was a capital bosh, mate.
Yeah.
Bosh.
The mighty bosh. This is how it could have started, but the timing of that jump up for Latto is perfect.
Yeah, I feel like Cold's had a good track record versus Simple in this series.
Yeah.
I mean,
you want me to put numbers on it?
No, I can myself, actually,
Oh,
mate.
go on.
It was 5-4 in favor of coldzera back on the previous map. And I feel like he's faring well in this one. Locking him out more often than not.
But obviously, I feel like, you know, the reason we're still hanging on to NaVi here is firstly, it's NaVi, but secondly, we haven't seen a gun round CT. So let's keep that in mind. Even though they're in a great position, it's off the back of winning that force buy, collecting 3 rounds. And now you want to say the half begins for NaVi. And that's what they're telling themselves as well. Like, okay, boys, strap it on. We've got to win this now. No war for Simple. 00Nation, a flex B rush, what a call.
Oh, this could be Some absolute sickness. NPL waiting behind the smoke. They're starting to rev themselves up a little bit. Walk their way in through the short pipe. Clear all your angles. Poise yourself, boys. Utility over the top. Perfecto on the site. They bypassed it. They've already dived round. Next with the MP9. Makes a fool out of the first. dumau has to trade it. And we're down to a 3 versus 2. They've secured the site in seconds. And Bit, he's trapped up top with a util. Simple. He's developing a flank, but he's coming in from the back. Are they ready for this?
Even if they are at this timing, this early, you'd think not. And Simple might hold the shot. He might go for 2 kills. Grabs it while he has it, but he can't double up. Now it's up to Bit. 2 low players, but latto repeaks. And 00Nation are making magic happen. I love that routing out short. They go straight to bridge and drop in pit. And NaVi, who have a man on the site and a man in water, are trying to fight short and monster. They do not have the setup for that. They get completely bypassed. Look at these entries. NaVi none the wiser. And Simple, I feel like a confident Simple who's doing well. He wouldn't have taken that shot. He would have walked out, found 2, and he probably would have killed both as well. But he felt the need to grab that kill, and that allowed latto the time to turn. 00Nation are looking like they want to take it to Mirage.
Oh, dude, it's feeling so likely now, right? Because, you know, while I was giving NaVi the credit in the first half for having, you know, 00Nation in this position where every round was hitting like a reset, well, 00Nation have got NaVi there right now. Just the pistols to play with, and they're about to get pressured. Shoulder spotted, next is tagged, but NQZ commits to the fight, even trades, and there's dumau. Extending this lead in a big way, a 4v2. Perfecto still waits in the toilets. It's a heavy lean in mid, and the connector could have played the trigger discipline, but takes that fight right away. The AK just out of arm's reach, but he will go and grab it. Still hanging around, still keen to have a bit of a say as to how this one shapes up. He's getting nervous because they haven't had info on Long for so long now. Everyone's in mid, we know that. NaVi don't, but they're about to learn. NPL down in the connector. The Deagle finds the first man, sees the bomb in rotation as well. And they've even got to waste a few more seconds going back to grab it. This is giving time for Perfecto to get set up in the heavens. Can he deliver a miracle round? Ahead of the smokes, in they come. Perfecto down a half as he enters the 1v1 arena. He comes back out swinging and robs around. NaVi won't let good deeds go unpunished for long. They win out that clutch this time, and they find themselves an 8th.
2v4 as well, and that bomb pull before he was on the plant too. He couldn't fire back. That's an unreal round for NaVi. They should never win that. I can't believe he double dips it, man. He plays ahead of the smoke, goes back in, and swings back out. That's a flex clutch from Perfecto. Set up by NPL with a very important D kill. Oh dear, that'll get the juices flowing again.
Choreography of Counter-Strike on true display right now. One wrong step, one wrong move, and it all comes back to bite you. The sheer intensity of the plays, trying to deny this 14th round. dumau shooting above the head, breaks Bit to pieces, leaves him shatters on the stairs, and opens it up again with an opening frag for 00Nation to play with.
It's worth noting those 3 top players from last map are the 3 bottom players for NaVi, right? Bit, again, dead without any response available for NaVi, and he couldn't even take players with him. NPL gets bullied through that hole. Down to 22, Simple wide, has to take that shot, blind, and goes back to the bomb site. Meanwhile, Next gets space. This is a ballsy solo move for Next. dumau just goes through the smoke and catches an electronic blind, and they know they've got Simple right where they want him, dead in the site. He's going to go back for the peak, but 00Nation, they may have lost the pistols, but they've pulled up with a 14th round. Like it or not, NaVi know it, and they're saving. My, oh my.
Yeah, this is legit as hell. This is really cool for 00Nation, man. And they're even hunting down these guns at the end, which is big. Like, if they get them... latto! 1 mag, 1 spray, lands the transfer. That is huge. Okay. Some teams wouldn't have even hunted there. Some teams would have been like, 5v2, cool, save our own money up. Let's just build up the bank. You know, arguably, that is the safest way in that 5v2 to try and safeguard your future. But 00Nation are feeling confident, and they know that by removing those guns, there's nothing awaiting NaVi. There's no saving grace coming in this round. There's not going to be any sort of, you know, big firepower to stop 00Nation from running towards the finish line. And so with that hunt there, the fact that they stick the landing on it, 00Nation have really teed themselves up for this to be their game.
Yeah, Overpass is such a hard map to save on because if you're saving after losing B, you're often going to go long or playground. And then if you lose A, the options are even more limited. It feels like T-spawn is probably like that where NaVi were going. It's your best option. And because it's a big map, there's often lurkers and lurkers on lurkers, right? Like a seesaw. You know, you have an A lurk, you have a B lurk, up long, out monster, and you're just kind of dragging CTs back between sites. So a lot of the time, there is, especially if you're in a 5v2 like that, you're going to have more map control. You're not going to be 4 mid. So, yeah, you see a lot of, especially after winning B rounds, a lot of teams will just immediately run up con and search long and look for those kills. So, a very hard map to save your guns on. NaVi getting punished on pistols now. This is an unbelievable game for 00Nation. And I fear the third. I fear Mirage. I have no right to, but it scares me.
It's a terrifying prospect. And a man that is absolutely terrifying incarnate is coldzera. He's walking his way up short. He's spamming out warning shots. Simple, though. On the other side of things with the Deagle. Knocks his block off. Leaves 3 of his teammates to try and claw this round back together. But the problem is the bomb's scurrying up towards A. They're going to get it planted. And Latto, he's just watching for the flank. Simple spray. And he's punishing all of them.
Easy does it. And easy closer for 0-0. 15 rounds, and we've seen nothing from NaVi, right? We gave them the benefit of the doubt multiple times. We saw the game plan on the T side, and a lot of half buys, a lot of force buys, a lot of dangerous economical decisions, but ones that would pay off if they can get the last couple of rounds of the half, but they didn't, did they? On low money, 00Nation 1 round 15, taking a 9-6 half. NaVi, sure, they took the pistol, great. Then they got force sport. 00Nation went on a streak of rounds on this T side, and NaVi had a couple, 2, 3 rifle rounds to impress. And they have not done that. 15-8, 7 rounds in a row or bust. This is not a Mirage. That's next map.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, with that one coming down the pipeline, 00Nation, I think, you know, once again, they've delivered hope in this series. If anything, the gut-wrenching feeling can end up being, man, this could have been a 2-0, could have been even more, but here they are trying to long it out, trying to keep that victory assured.
What a play.
All the way across the 3-map series. They run down the B play, knocking the doors wide open. NaVi caught sleeping, and this is a quick end to this map. Doing it on the T side of Overpass. What felt like such a safe bet for NaVi. And now the whole series, the fate of NaVi in the playoffs, all of it called into question with a 3rd map waiting in the wings. 00Nation, just a formality now. Electronic and Bit left to find. They've boosted into heavens. The confidence is brimming. They are believing more than ever. And there's the win for 00Nation, taking over the line with a commanding performance from Latto. Couple of big rounds in there from coldzera throughout the first half. And man, what a result. Now the score's settled on Mirage. The future is anything but certain for NaVi.